ไอร์แลนด์ดูนะคะเพราะว่าที่จริงในประเด็นของการสมัครแพทย์หรือว่าจะเป็นไทยหรืออังกฤษเนี่ยอย่างอังกฤษเองเนี่ยค่ะก็จะมีประเด็นในหลายประเด็นเช่นเรื่องของโควต้าในแต่ละปีที่อาจจะเพิ่มความวุ่นวายแล้วก็ความยากให้กับเรานอกจากการเรียนด้านในแพทย์แล้วก็ด้านที่เป็นบอลดูดีของน้องๆด้วยทีนี้อย่างไอร์แลนด์เองจะมีอย่างIUMC เนี่ยจะเป็นตัวกลางที่จะช่วยให้น้องๆสมัครแพทย์ได้ทีเดียวถึง4ที่เลยหมายถึงว่าครั้งหนึ่งที่ยื่นนะคะได้ถึง4ที่เลยเพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ยใครที่อยากจะเข้าแพทย์แต่ถ้ารู้สึกว่าที่อังกฤษมันอาจจะมีความยากลำบากในสิ่งที่เราควบคุมไม่ได้จนเกินไปนะคะที่ไอร์แลนด์เนี่ยก็มีคุณภาพของการเรียนแพทย์ที่เทียบเท่ากับที่อังกฤษเลยแต่แค่ว่าสามารถเข้าได้ถ้าพูดกันแบบตรงๆก็คืออาจจะง่ายกว่าในหลายๆส่วนอย่างเช่นอะไรที่เราควบคุมไม่ได้อย่างเช่นของเรื่องของโควต้าอะไรต่างๆแบบนี้เนาะทีนี้ถ้าสำหรับใครที่อยากจะลองเปิดใจดูว่าอย่างที่ไอร์แลนด์เนี่ยจะทำอย่างไรบ้างเดี๋ยววันนี้นะคะจะมาเล่าให้เนาะเป็น medical school จะมาเล่าเป็นให้ฟังว่าเราจะเตรียมตัวอย่างไรเพื่อเข้าแพทย์ที่ไอร์แลนด์แล้วก็มี pathway อย่างไรบ้างเพื่อเป็นไอเดียแล้วก็พูดง่ายๆว่าเป็นออปชันอีกออปชันหนึ่งที่แน่นเหมือนกันนะ quality ที่ดีเหมือนกันให้กับน้องๆที่อยากจะเข้าด้านแพทย์ด้วยนะคะเพื่อที่ว่าเราจะได้มีหลายๆที่ให้เราเป็นออปชันให้เราเนาะถ้าไม่ได้ที่ใดที่หนึ่งเราก็จะได้มีที่ที่ยังมีคุณภาพรออยู่นะคะค่ะโอเคค่ะเดี๋ยว okay you can start like introduce yourself to everyone and then you can okay thank you
so thank you very much for coming today I appreciate your time my name is Seamus McHugh and I represent the IUMC, the Irish Universities and Medical School Consortium. All of our universities are in Ireland, the Republic of Ireland. So very close to the UK, but completely separate. So if you're also interested in doing a UCAS application, that would be separate to an Irish medical school application. The 4 universities in our consortium are UCD, University College Dublin, UCC, University College Cork, Trinity College Dublin, and University of Galway. So 4 government universities within the Republic of Ireland. I'm Irish myself, but I'm based here in Bangkok. And my colleague, Ploy as well, is Thai, based here full-time. So what we do is we support Thai students, any student in Thailand, in fact, that wants to apply and get into medical school. In Ireland, of course. So this is what we're going to cover today, an introduction to Ireland, the IUMC, overview of the programme, opportunities for graduates, for Thai graduates, life as a student, entry requirements and how to apply. So our 4 universities, this is just a look at our 4 universities. As you'll see, they're very beautiful campuses for students to study and learn and become amazing doctors. That's Trinity, UCD, UCC in the south, Cork City, and Galway City. So we've got 4 universities across 3 of Ireland's major cities. Between the 4 universities, they've over 700 years experience of training doctors and dentists. So they're a long time at this. So an introduction to the IUMC. As you know, it's a group of 4 universities set up, founded by the medical schools over 30 years ago. And it's a common application route for students. So you apply to 4 universities with 1 application, 1 set of supporting documents. So essentially what students, Thai students, can do, they can apply to multiple universities with 1 application. If you just want 1, that's fine, but 2, 3, all 4. 1 reference, 1 personal statement, 1 CV, 1 set of supporting documents. And we help students right from application to enrollment. So it's not that you just apply and that's it. We help you prepare for interview. So obviously we work with our partners, at Crew 2, but we will help prepare you for an Irish medical school interview. We help you with accommodation. We'll help you with the visa process. As mentioned, we're based here, so every step of the way, the IUMC office is here to support you. And there are some reduced fees, in fact, which I'll talk about later. So this is a lot of what I spoke about. Consultations, advise on requirements, receive applications from students, prepare students for interview, accommodation, all very important as you move through the process. Immigration, Thai students need visas to get into Ireland, and there is an Irish embassy here. It takes about 4 weeks to get the visa, and we have 99% success rate for getting our students in. So we've all of our large majority of our Thai students get in. We have some reduced fees for Thai students for 3 of our universities, and we connect students with their peers. So if you, for example, you're not sure, okay, you haven't heard much about Ireland, and you want to talk to a Thai student based in Ireland, we can arrange that as well. Because I'm Irish, I love Ireland, maybe I'm a bit biased, but to talk to Thai students in Ireland is very important. And it's when you actually arrive, of course, we give you assistance as well. This is Ireland here. Now, why is that section grey? Because that is Northern Ireland. The north is a part of the United Kingdom, okay? The Northern Ireland is still part of the UK. So when I talk about Ireland, I'm talking about the south, the 2 green sections, Dublin, Cork and Galway. Okay. Why are Thai students going to Ireland to study medicine? We have some of the best universities you'll find around the world. Top 1% of universities ranked globally. Trinity, for example, is top 100 in the world. So you can be assured that you're going to an excellent destination in terms of quality. International standards, world-class universities. So I'm sure if you're thinking, okay, I want to study medicine abroad, you want to have the option maybe to come back to Thailand, you want to have the option to go to America, you want to have the option to go to the UK and practice as a doctor. So that is all possible with an Irish medical degree. We have students from over 120 nationalities, and we take in about 30 to 40% international students. SAMSIP, CSIP percent cup. So it's hard to get in, it's difficult to get in. You know, you need to be a very high standard, you need to be a student. I'll talk about requirements shortly, but the fact that we have about 30 to 40% makes the process a little bit easier. And there is no medical admissions test. We don't have one for international students. It's just your A-levels or your IB diploma, for example. 5-year undergraduate degrees. Okay, so if you're coming from A-levels, just so I know, is it all A-levels? IB, Thai system? Okay, that's fine. All right. If you're coming from the local Thai system, then you would have to go into and do a foundation. Okay? And we have a foundation at Trinity College Dublin, which is the top-ranked university in Ireland, so that's an excellent option, in fact. You do a 1-year foundation, and then you move into the 5-year program. You do the interview before the foundation for medicine. I'll talk about that shortly. So that's 5-year if you're A-level student. If you're IB student, 5-year. If you're coming from the Thai system, it will be 6-year medicine. Other 2 very important things I find, because we have the quality, with excellent teaching, but we also have a very friendly, safe environment for students. And that's very important to our parents that we support. We're the number 3 in the world for quality of life, Ireland, so we're very proud of that. We're English speaking. It's an English speaking country. We do have another language, Irish, but it's not spoken widely anymore. So English, I'm Irish 100%, and I speak English first. I speak English with my family, so English is what you will use in Ireland. I hope you can understand my accent. We do have an accent, but you know, it's like anywhere in like in England, they have different accents all over the UK. In Ireland, we have different accents all over Ireland. But in general, it's easy to understand. So student experience satisfaction is excellent in Ireland in terms of not just the teaching side, but your accommodation, your lifestyle, the friendliness of the locals, so the whole package. We feel very strongly about that. We give an excellent student experience across our 4 universities, specifically in health sciences. And then the last point is academic support. So for every medical student, they will be assigned an academic supervisor. So because of that extra bit of support for med students and dentistry students, in fact, there's a very low dropout rate. So in some medical schools that you'll find around the world, there's a very high dropout rate because medicine is tough, obviously. But in Ireland, there's a very low dropout rate. It's a hard program, don't get me wrong, but you have that extra bit of academic support. So students really benefit from that. Okay. Again, why Ireland? Why we are great? Now, I told you I was biased, all right? I told you I was biased, which is true. But look, please look separately online in terms of top 3 in the world for quality of life. I mentioned that. Friendliness, safety, international student satisfaction. You know, our cities are all consistently voted in the top 10, if not the top 5, 3 cities to live in Europe. So Dublin, Cork, and Galway. So look into them separately. I'm sure you'll be delighted what you'll find in our 3 cities. But of course, talk to Thai students in Ireland. That is essential. We're big on tech. We've got the European headquarters of Google, Microsoft, Pfizer. So tech companies, financial services companies, pharmaceutical, medical technology companies, they all choose Ireland as their European headquarters. Twitter, Intel, Microsoft. So we're very proud that these huge companies are choosing Ireland as their base in Europe. Here is our friend across the water, the UK. So obviously you're more familiar with the UK because I know more Thai students would go to the UK than Ireland. However, that is changing because people are starting to look elsewhere for medicine. So just to go back, if you remember my original map, that was a bigger version of this. So Dublin, Cork, Galway. Flying from Dublin to London, 1 hour, even less, probably about 55 minutes. So it's like flying to Phuket or flying to Chiang Mai. Very easy to get around. So obviously, if you're doing a UCAS application, you're applying to England, Wales, Scotland, or Northern Ireland. So you can do that separately, that's fine, and then you can do an application with IUMC. From Thailand, about 15 hours. The last time I went for a return ticket, it was about 24,000 baht. Back 24 return. And I usually fly with, I usually go via the Middle East or somewhere in Europe. I go to Abu Dhabi or Dubai, or I go to Finland or somewhere like that, Helsinki. Finnair are quite good. Discover Ireland. I spoke a lot about this. Population is just 5 billion. You probably can't see that. Thailand, I think 70 million, right? It's about 70. In Ireland, just 5. Small country. Long tradition, education excellence. As mentioned, over 700 years between our 4 universities training doctors and dentists. We have in terms of students going from high school into university, Ireland is number 1 in Europe. So we've got an excellent education system from Pratom, or we call it primary to secondary and then to university. So most students in Ireland go into 3rd level education, into university. So we're number 1 in Europe for that. Stay back visa. If you graduate in Ireland you automatically can stay back and work for 1 year, at least 1 year, without doing anything. You know, you can just show them you've graduated and you get a stamp on your visa for 1 year. You don't even need a job at that stage. And then after that year, if you still have a job, say you have a job in the hospitals at that stage, you can renew and get your work permit. So it's a very straightforward pathway from education to work. Obviously, you get your medical internship. You have to apply for that. And then if you want to stay in Ireland further, you get a work permit. And then there's a pathway to residency. And of course, if you want to even go further, that's possible too. But maybe you might want to come back to Thailand, see your families. Have you anyone traveled to Ireland? No? No problem, okay. I'm sure you've seen Ireland on the big stage, right? In Hollywood. Harry Potter, Braveheart, what's this? Game of Thrones, Saving Private Ryan, Star Wars, and Harry Potter is the top one again. That's actually the library in Trinity College, Dublin. So Hollywood takes advantage of our beauty in Ireland, okay? We've castles, we've rivers, mountains, lakes. We've got that beautiful kind of green. So when it's not raining, you can go out and enjoy yourself. But actually they've got some, I don't know, if you like Game of Thrones, for example, you can go on a Game of Thrones tour for like 2 or 3 days. It's amazing. Good fun. Okay, and some popular people around the world. I won't spend too much time on this, but if you might know some of them, writers, poets, musicians, sports people, Irish. Overview of the book. Okay, the more serious stuff. Now again, it's quite small here. Right. Can I move this side? Is that okay? So what does that mean over there? That's saying World Federation for Medical Education. So our programs are governed by the standards set by the World Federation for Medical Education. So that goes back to international recognition, to modern integrated programs. So we have integrated systems-based curriculums where students, the program is broadly speaking is split into preclinical and clinical years, but patient contact is integrated into year 1. Clinical skills they also have in year 1. So we have 5-year medicine programs available at all 4 universities. We have 6-year medicine program available at University of Galway and University College Dublin. So that would also be maybe possible. And then Trinity have a foundation, a 6-year foundation. The degree is Bachelor in Medicine, Bachelor in Surgery, Bachelor in Obstetrics. So after 5 years, there's 3 degrees. Medicine degree, surgery degree, obstetrics. So if you're more familiar with MBBS, MBBCH is medicine and surgery. It's the same thing. We have dentistry as well, but I don't think there's any aspiring dentists here. All medicine, right? All medicine. Studying medicine in Ireland, okay, as mentioned, 2-phase curriculum. So the first 2.5 years, students will spend mostly in the medical school, on campus, learning anatomy, dissection with real bodies, physiology, pharmacology. And while they're learning the scientific knowledge, they also integrate the clinical skills. So if you're familiar with types of programs, it's an integrated curriculum. They see patients from year 1. That's increased in year 2. And then from the second semester of year 3, they're fully immersed in a clinical environment. So they're in the teaching hospitals. Year 3, then all of year 4, teaching hospitals, all of year 5, the teaching hospitals. So in the last 2 years, you don't really you spend maybe 5 to 10% of your time on the university campus. The rest of the time is actually learning and rotations in medicine and surgery, 6 weeks in medicine, 6 weeks in surgery, etc., etc. Okay, that says integrated systems-based curriculum, clinical exposure, patient contact from the very start. And why is that important? Some medical schools, you don't see patients year 1, you don't see patients in year 2. It's not until year 4, 3, second semester of year 3 you see them. But in Ireland, you see them from year 1. Students see patients, they have clinical skills from the first year. And there are some lectures as well, of course. Small group teaching, there's an emphasis on small groups. Not just big, large lecture halls. Small groups, one-to-one teachings, problem-based learning as well, learning through solving problems, world-class facilities in the universities on a par with the top medical schools around the world. Clinical electives abroad. So if students during the program want to travel abroad, they can do that also. So during the summer months, you can do summer electives abroad. So if you wanted to go to the UK, like America, our universities have partnerships with university hospitals some in Thailand, with Sri Raj in Thailand, with Canadian university hospitals, American, European, all over the world. Research opportunities, maybe you're not thinking about that yet, but we're research-led universities, stem cell research, cancer research, so all medicine students will have to get involved with that as well. And some of them find that very exciting, so they will do an integrated master's degree. So it's also possible to do a master's degree. Student welfare, excellent accommodation, sports, clubs, societies, medical societies, our students usually get involved with because obviously that's their interest. Cultural societies, languages, Southeast Asia Society, sports. We're obsessed with sports in Ireland. Football, basketball, swimming, music. So outside of the classroom, there's loads to do. That's what the accommodation looks like. Okay? So if you're thinking, oh, I want my own private room, you can get that in Ireland. All right? So maximum will be 2 people per room. But if you want your own room, let us know early. Then you share the kitchen, dining facilities. So per apartment, there's around 4 people, 4 students. We have campus accommodation for first years. So all of you coming in, as long as you book after you accept your offer, you will get accommodation on campus. That's more style accommodation, I just want to show you. Entry requirements, okay, the fun stuff. There is no HPAT test. You don't need HPAT, which is an admissions test. You don't need BMAT, UCAT, not required. So there's no separate test that you will have to do. You only need to focus on your A-levels, if you're A-level students, your IB, or if you're IB. In your case, the MAW 6 or MAW, actually MAW 5, I think they even take students from MAW 5 onto the foundation. If you're A-levels, the standard is A for the 5-year medicine program. So these are 5-year entry requirements. If you've a little bit below that, maybe you might get into 6-year medicine. You must have chemistry and at least 1 other science subjects, okay? So most students will have chemistry, biology, and maths. Okay. Any questions on that? Like, is there any different, is that okay? Any combination there that looks... An English language qualification also required, like IELTS. We accept IELTS, we accept TOEFL, we accept Duolingo. Okay? This is the timeline. The application deadline is 15th of January. Okay? 15th of January is the application timeline. It's application deadline. Interviews are online in February every year. They're panel interviews. Have you heard of MMI interviews? MMI is what many of the UK medical schools do. We don't do them. we do traditional panel interview. So that's a student and maybe 2 professors. And because of COVID, they're all online, and they're continuing that for this year because it works well. Online interviews for medical school in February. So important dates: January 15th deadline, interview February, and then your conditional offer in March. Okay? We help with accommodation, visas, pre-departure. You start the program in September. 1 intake every year, only in September. And then, but before that, we of course talk with parents, make sure everything is prepared, make sure you know what to expect, what to pack, what the temperature is going to be like. Are your parents going to go with you? All of those things. What flights to take. So we will support you along with our colleagues. How to apply? We have an application form. Of course, you can get the application form at any stage. Just let us know. And then you submit the application form back to us. It's a PDF application form, so you can actually just print it out and write on it, or edit the PDF online. Submit that to us by email with the supporting documents: transcripts, predicted grades, reference letter, personal statement. Personal statement format is similar to the UK personal statement. So if you've actually done one, you can use that for Ireland. CV resume outlining your experience, 1 to 2 page document, education, summary, work experience, shadowing a doctor. Do you have that? Do you have any research experience? Awards, achievements, get all that into your CV and your resume. Copy of your passport, that's easy. And the application fee is €50. If you apply to 1 university, €50. If you apply to 4 universities, still €50. That's about 2,000 baht for the application fee. Fees, tuition fees. Medicine is the most expensive program in Ireland. So it's similar to what you can expect in the UK. We do have a reduction. So these fees are the standard headline fee, but the reduced fee is the IUMC fee. So anywhere from starts at 44,500 for Galway, 47,000 euros for Trinity, 44,500 for UCC, 46,800 for UCD. So UCD do not have the reduction in fees. They're annual fees as well, yearly fees. Living costs range from 10,000 euros to 14,000 per year. So 10,000 euros would be in the smaller cities, Cork City, Galway City. And then in Dublin City, it would be 14,000. Opportunities for graduates, okay. So as mentioned, the 5-year program looks like this. Right? So in the first year 1 to year 3, you have your pre-clinical years where you spend more time in the university, in the medical schools, in the clinical skills labs. And then in the second semester of year 3, you move into your actual near full-time working in the hospitals, like studying in the hospitals and clinical placements, rotations in medicine, surgery, etc. Then you graduate at this point with a bachelor in medicine, surgery and obstetrics. Then students will either go into a internship, a medical internship. So this is, I think in Thailand it's called an internship as well. HSE is the Health Service Executive. So that's our version of the NHS, Health Service Executive. You need to apply for this. So it's not guaranteed. You need to apply for it, but most non-EU students that want to stay in Ireland this year, if not all, in fact, got a job and an internship in Ireland. So this is the first year students will be getting a salary. So they're no longer a student, they're actually a junior doctor. Some go into further study, some go to PhD level, some will do residencies, some might come back to Thailand to do their internship, some may go to, some might go to the UK into the NHS. That's an option also. Some go straight from Ireland degree into the NHS. Others will go to America, US, Canada. So the Irish degree has a very good reputation globally. So there's excellent options for students. Okay. Now, if you're thinking what happens, okay, so you're maybe 16, 17, 18. So you have a long journey ahead of you. In Ireland, if you want to become a specialist, like a consultant, so when you go into the hospital, I don't know, into Smithy-Wed, and you have a serious problem, you're going to see maybe a neurosurgeon or whatever it might be. So these are what in Ireland, we call these consultants. So there's a long way from degree to internship to specialization. There's two pathways in Ireland. You can become a specialist or you can become a GP. A GP takes about 4 years after internship. So that's you're a general doctor, a GP, and you can open up your own practice. If you want to become a specialist, it can take 5 to 9 years after you do your internship. These are obviously the huge positions in the hospital. So that's just a sample in Ireland. Now, obviously, when you're moving through these years, you're a doctor in the hospitals, you're getting paid a salary. In fact, even at the internship stage, you're a doctor getting a salary, improving from year to year. And as mentioned, many students go different routes as well. The largest cohort of students we have are from Canada and the US. We get a lot of Americans, Canadians, Malaysians, Singaporeans, Hong Kong, students from Hong Kong, Brunei, Australian students, Indian students. Basically, across the 4 universities, we've over 120 nationalities. So because of that, there's a lot of prep done for USMLEs in Irish medical schools. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, but it basically is the US medical licensing exam. So if you want to go to the US, you need to start this, and you can start this in Irish medical schools. Similar to the UK, you can get straight from Ireland into the UK and also Canada. I think Canada might be a little more challenging, but certainly these are the main pathways outside of Ireland. Thailand is also possible. We've small number of Thai students at the moment, but we do have Thai students that are either in the universities now or have graduated. I spoke to one Thai student recently. He did his A-levels in the UK somewhere, and then he went to UCC, University College Cork, and now he's on his way to America. So he's doing these exams right now. He actually got offered an internship in Ireland, but he wanted to go to America, so that's the pathway he's chosen. Okay. Right. These are some of our cities. Do you have any questions at this point? So I've been talking for quite a little while. Any questions that I could help you with? Sure.
So in here, you said that the application can be submitted. What is the latest date that you will submit the application?
Well, I suppose there's no real late date. We'll accept applications right up until July and August, because most of our students apply with predicted grades, right? So then they get conditional offers. So for example, if you're not finished your A-levels, you have to apply before January the 15th. And then if you have an interview and an offer, you get what's called a conditional offer, which means you have an offer, yes, but if you don't do well in your final exams in August, July, then the offer is taken back from you. So what might happen, say a student that thought about, oh, Ireland late, I'll apply late, then in July and August, they might apply late and a space might become available. Now, I'm not advising that. You should apply before the deadline because it's hit or miss, because we have a huge amount of students applying from all over the world. So the places fill up every year. They fill up the places like easily. So it is competitive. So you have to be lucky. If you apply in July and August, you just have to be lucky that maybe a space opens up because some students did not have a good day at exams.
If I submit like by February, is that possible?
Yeah. Like yes, that's fine. But is there any reason you won't? Why would you not submit in January?
It's because Thai University will announce the name list on January. There will be interviews and many things to do in January for Thai University.
I get you. Yeah, well, you can, no problem. But for the best chance, I strongly recommend just get your application in before the deadline, because then you're in the pool. And it doesn't, yes, it costs 2,000 baht, but in the grand scheme of things, that's just it. And then even if you do get an offer with Ireland and maybe you get a Thai option, that's your first choice, you just take the Thai option. Because if it's February, March, you have less of a chance, because then all the conditional offers are gone out to students, Thai students, Malaysians, Singaporeans, Hong Kong students. So yeah, but yes, we will take your application at that stage.
I have a question in mind.
Okay.
How about psychiatrists in Ireland? Is this available?
Which?
The psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist?
Yes.
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 That is a specialization. So if you, for medicine, the person that's asking that on Facebook, to become a psychiatrist, for example, in Ireland, you need to do a medical degree first. And then you would specialize. So if you see my slide on specialization, you do your medicine degree, you do your 1-year internship, then you go into specialization. And then obviously if psychiatry, you want to become a surgeon, a pediatrician, then you would go down that route. So then you sign up to different training positions like specialist pathways in Ireland after your internship. But it's a long way for medical students, so you should consider all of those things. This is one of our universities, Trinity College Dublin, beautiful campus, over 400 years old. Lloyd, I might show that video. Okay, is that okay? Is that possible to do?
Yeah, but อยากมีอะไรสอบถามเป็นภาษาไทยได้นะคะเดี๋ยวมาช่วยตอบให้ so they might want something.
Yeah, I know what you mean, of course. Yeah.
ตรงนี้อยากสอบถามอะไรก็เป็นภาษาไทยได้ในส่วนของลักษณะค่ะ
ถ้าให้เกียรติไทยนะครับ ก็คือเป็น GPA 5 เทอมถูกไหม GPA 5 เทอม
เกรดไทยเหรอคะ
ใช่ครับ
pretty grade ใช่ค่ะอันนี้คือ5 เทอมค่ะ
แต่ว่าถ้าเรามีอยู่แล้วก็คือให้ได้เลย
ถูกอันนี้ถ้าจบแล้วอะค่ะถ้าได้เป็นตัวคอมพิวเตอร์สามารถให้ได้เลยค่ะ
5 เทอมครับ
แต่อันนี้เรียนแต่ว่าน้องเรียนในส่วนของ A level หรือว่าในส่วนของ IB
เรียนเป็นไทยครับ
เรียนไทยเลยใช่ไหมคะอ๋อ
He's got a tie.
Okay.
Do they give predict? Can your school give a predict?
I already finished 5 terms already.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, you can apply with, okay, if you
มันมี 6 ครับเลยเท่านั้นครับ
อ๋อโอเค for the ถ้าสำหรับไทยค่ะถ้าเป็น pre-grade อะขอ5แต่จริงๆแล้วต้องเอา6
yeah, but he can apply, yeah, if you finish Mathematics 5, right?
Yeah, already finished.
Yeah, Medium 5. And you were moved into Medium 6. So for Medium 5, you need a minimum GPA of 3.0. And then with your current Medium 6 grade, you can just apply. But you would have to apply to a foundation program, so like a 6-year program. Because they only accept A-level students and IB into 5-year medicine. So with the Thai system, you'd have to try the 6-year program. But you can still have a chance to get in. And Trinity have a very good foundation. 1 year, starts in September, runs through to May. So for example, you would do start in September, finish in May, and then start year 1 medicine in the following September. Does that make sense? Okay.
So you're gonna show the video?
Yeah, I will. I've got a video just before COVID. We went to Ireland and showed a video and produced a video. So I think it kind of brings together what I was talking about in the presentation. So bear with me. Went to Ireland, we did a road trip, we met some students, we met some of the professors, and it's pre-COVID, so we're lucky we got it in just before COVID. We're going to have to make a new one now for next year. Where is that coming from? Is there any way to put the volume up?
This one. Close to you.
Yeah, what about?
Yeah, they come on.
Apologies if you can't hear this properly. That's the library, the main library of Trinity. That's the type of lectures, lab work in year 1 and year 2. This is one of our students. She's talking about the integrated systems curriculum. UCD, University College Dublin. 8,000 international students. Nearly 40,000 students in total. Also in Dublin City, the capital. UCC, University College Cork.
Supports for students when they're far away from home.
The best thing about IUMC is that the application process was very easy and very convenient. And the best thing about IUMC is that it brings together all the 4 best universities in Ireland, and I chose UCC. Anyway, Galway, world leaders in medical education.
This is the University of Galway. They changed the logo a little bit, so if you're wondering why the logo is different, they've changed the logo and just the name slightly.
The IUMC has had a proud tradition for over 30 years of welcoming students to study medicine in Ireland. And our graduates not only have had wonderful experience.
You'll notice that the heads of the schools, like the deans, are also surgeons, professors. So you really have experts, expert teaching, expert guidance for students. Dr. Malone is a consulting surgeon, a professor, and the head of school.
To help me in my process, I feel like it's really smoothed out my application. It has also helped me find an accommodation.
This will be the clinical kind of skills area within the medical school. You do some of that in first year, second year.
4 universities, 1 application.
Okay, and then that's
IUMC universities, leading education providers.
the rest of it is just me talking. So you don't want to hear about me anymore. Look, I'll just see if this comes up. Okay, yeah. So then I'll just finish basically by giving a very short overview of our universities. University of Galway in the west of Ireland, about 18,000 students and about 3,500 international students. So again, you can't really see. So we have the old style buildings, Harry Potter style, you might say. But of course, billions of euros has been spent on modernizing universities all over the world, but definitely in Ireland. So the facilities that you will find in Ireland are on a par with the UK, America, and so the standards are extremely high. That is Galway. Then I'll show you Trinity. I mentioned Trinity already, but it's the oldest university in Ireland, over 400 years old. Some fast facts about Ireland. It was established in 1592 and currently number 98 in the world. That's Trinity again. Some nice buildings, old buildings to new facilities. UCC, University College Cork, excellent university and medical school in the south of Ireland. UCC, in fact, have a partnership with Mahidol University Siri Raj Hospital. So if you remember, I mentioned clinical electives. So some of our Irish students come over to, and actually, I don't mean Irish, I mean students studying in Ireland can come over to Siri Raj to do clinical electives. So if you're a Thai and you're in Ireland, you will get some experience back in Thailand. So you might you know, that might be a good option for some of you. UCC is we have some Thai students as well that I can put you in touch with. It's Ireland's safest campus, Sunday Times University of the Year. They have about 23,000 students and about 4,000 international. And then finally, we have UCD, University College Dublin, back in Dublin City. Huge campus, nearly 40,000 students and 8,000 international. So it's the largest university in Ireland with the largest amount of international students. Top 1%, again, universities in the world, so excellent standards. And yeah, I think I will finish here. So yeah, that's clubs, societies, loads of stuff for people to do. Irish sports to get involved with, accommodation, which I mentioned already, which is always very important. And then, yeah, so thank you so much. I'm here. I have loads of time. It's Saturday. I have nothing else to do, so I'm happy to take more questions. But I think I'll leave it there in terms of presenting. Any questions before we wrap it up? Yeah.
Among the U5 options to choose, can we apply across the country like UK, Ireland, and something else?
Can they apply?
Like 5 university options. I think that means like they still can apply for the other universities.
Yeah, so in the UK.
Yeah, for example.
Yeah, well, you can do, of course, you can do, UK application has nothing to do with us. So we fought for 800 years to get independence from the UK, okay? So we used to be occupied by because colonized 800 years ago, and then for 800 years, we were basically under the British government, and then 100 years ago, we separated. But that's another presentation to run through. But we're very friendly now, of course, between the UK and Ireland. But essentially, to answer your question, the UK application you can do your options, you can select your medical schools, you can select four medical schools and one other option, I think, I'm not sure. But for Ireland, you can do your IUMC application, completely separate. So you can do your UK, you can have your UK choices, potentially get an offer through that system, and then you can have an Irish application, get an offer for a medical school in Ireland, and then of course you're going to choose Ireland, right? Kidding. Look, there's some very good medical schools in the UK, but obviously I'm biased, but I think the overall package in Ireland, in terms of student experience, quality, and actual possibility of getting in, we take about 30%, 40% international. You don't need an admissions test. So the overall package in Ireland is very strong. It's not easy to get in. You need to do a very strong interview. You need to have good grades. But if you can tick those boxes, it's likely you will get an offer. Okay?
ค่ะ เปอร์เซ็นต์ที่รับเข้าใช่ไหมคะ โดยปกติแล้วค่ะจะอยู่ที่ประมาณ 30-40% สำหรับ international students ในไอร์แลนด์ค่ะใช่ค่ะเทียบกับใน UK เขาจะอยู่ที่ประมาณน่าจะ 15% ค่ะมีค่ะใช่ค่ะแต่ว่าส่วนใหญ่เลยเธอ she asked about like the place between Ireland and UK, like how many percent for international students can have a place in the
okay. For medicine, as I think you said, SAMSIP, I think it's about 30 SAMSIP, CSIP% for Ireland.
Yeah,
and
compared to the UK.
Yeah, and the UK then is about actually, but maybe Crew 2 team would be better at this, but my understanding is JET%. There's a cap, JET%. Yeah, so JET% UK, Ireland, SAMSIP, CSIP%. And then like UK, like Now we're very popular. I know it's less so in Thailand, but we're very popular in America. Like the most students international are Americans, Canadians, other countries like that. Singapore, Malaysia, Ireland, we get a huge amount of applications. So it is hard to get in, but like for Thai students, it can be difficult getting into the UK. Ireland, they have a very good chance. Because we have more spaces available. They don't have to worry about UCAT or BMAT and getting, a bit of a low score. But the quality of education is the same,
เหมือนค่ะเหมือนกับว่าที่ไอร์แลนด์นะคะในส่วนของต้องบอกว่าจำนวนที่เขาเปิดรับสำหรับนักศึกษาต่างชาติอะค่ะจะค่อนข้างสูงในระดับหนึ่งเพราะว่าปัจจุบันนี้อย่าง population ที่ไอร์แลนด์ก็ไม่ได้สูงมากแค่5 ล้านคน talks about the population in Ireland แล้วก็ space ตรงนี้ค่ะมันก็เลยค่อนข้างที่จะ available สำหรับน้องๆที่มาจากต่างประเทศและปัจจุบันนี้นักศึกษาส่วนใหญ่เมื่อกี้ที่เชมัสบอกจะมาจากทางฝั่งอเมริกาทางฝั่งแคนาดาก็คือที่จะมาเรียน medical เนี่ยก็จะเป็นน้องๆกลุ่มนี้ส่วนใหญ่ค่ะแต่ถือว่าเป็นนักศึกษา international student เช่นเดียวกัน
Yeah, very strong links between North America and Ireland.
ใช่ค่ะแล้วก็ในเรื่องของการสอบอย่างการสอบเข้าของที่ไอร์แลนด์นะคะก็คือจะเป็นคนละส่วนกับ UCAS system แล้วตัวสอบอื่นๆ extra test อื่นๆก็ไม่จำเป็นขอแค่น้องมีในส่วนของตัว academic qualification ที่มี requirement ของเขาไม่ว่าจะเป็นในส่วนของ A levels หรือว่าจะเป็นในส่วนของตัว IB diploma ก็สามารถยื่นตัวนี้ได้เลยค่ะแล้วก็แต่ว่าถึงแม้จะไม่มี extra test แต่การแข่งขันก็ยังค่อนข้างสูงอยู่นะคะก็ไม่ได้ว่ามันจะแบบง่ายกว่า UK หรือเปล่าจริงๆไม่ได้ง่ายกว่า UK เพราะว่ามันจะมีในส่วนของ interview ที่น้องจะต้องไปผ่านเพื่อจะเป็น shortlist ในส่วนของ interview อีกตรงนั้นค่ะแล้วก็อย่างในส่วนของ IUMC เองอะค่ะคอนซัลเทียมของเราเนี่ยด้วยความที่เราดูแลน้องๆในกลุ่มเอเชียทั้งหมดเขาเรียกว่าเราจะ assist น้องๆตั้งแต่ดูแลตั้งแต่เริ่มต้นจนกระทั่งในเรื่องของการ prep interview เราก็จะมีการเตรียมตัวให้น้องก่อนที่จะไปถึงสนามจริงด้วย
You might actually inform them that there's also one interview that covers all 4 universities.
แล้วก็ในเรื่องของการ interview นะคะคือ interview แค่ครั้งเดียวใน2 application ชุดเดียวเอกสารชุดเดียว interview ชุดเดียวผลการสอบชุดเดียวแต่วัน cover ทั้งหมด4 มหาวิทยาลัยแล้ว
We try to get them into their first choice. That's what they can
ซึ่ง
select.
น้องๆเนี่ยมีโอกาสที่จะเลือกอันไหนคืออันดับที่1 2 3 และ4ค่ะซึ่งเราจะพยายามที่จะ support ให้ไปให้ที่ชอบอันดับที่1ก่อนเลยค่ะแล้วถ้าอันดับที่1ไม่ได้อะไรจริงๆก็ยังมีโอกาสอีก3 choice ที่จะขยับไปแต่ว่าผลของการ interview ก็คือทำแค่รอบเดียวแต่result อะค่ะทั้ง4 มหาวิทยาลัยเนี่ยก็คือเขาแชร์ร่วมกันค่ะประกาศผลสอบพร้อมกันไม่ประกาศผลสอบพร้อมกันค่ะคุณแม่เพราะว่าก็คือมันจะมีการเลือกค่ะอันไหนเป็นลำดับที่1ที่2ที่3ที่4น้องจะไปเราจะยื่นไปที่อันดับที่1ให้น้องก่อนเพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ยอันดับที่1ประกาศแล้วเนี่ยพอได้ออฟเฟอร์ครั้งนี้ก็อยู่ที่น้องว่าจะรับออฟเฟอร์หรือไม่รับออฟเฟอร์ค่ะจะเป็นแบบนั้นส่วนใหญ่รับเพราะว่ามันคืออันดับที่1ค่ะส่วนใหญ่จะไม่ค่อยปฏิเสธในเรื่องของการรับออฟเฟอร์
อย่างถ้าติดต่อผ่าน IUMC หมายถึงว่าจะมีค่าใช้จ่ายในการติดต่อคือคุณทางคุณเป็นเอเจนต์ไม่
ใช่ค่ะตรงนี้ฟรี no extra charge ก็คือไม่มีค่าใช้จ่ายเลยค่ะ we work for เราทำงานให้กับ4 มหาวิทยาลัยอยู่แล้วสำหรับในส่วนของเราโฟกัสสำหรับในส่วนของตัว medical แล้วก็ dentistry คือคุณหมอแล้วก็หมอฟันเป็นโปรแกรมของเขาซึ่ง4 มหาวิทยาลัยนี้เป็นมหาวิทยาลัยรัฐบาลที่มีแค่4 ที่เท่านั้นในไอร์แลนด์ที่มีโปรแกรมหลักก็คือในส่วนของ medical แล้วก็ dentistry ค่ะจะมี2 ที่มีคุณหมอฟันแต่ว่าทั้ง4 ที่จะเป็นในเรื่องของคุณหมอทั้งหมดค่ะคือเราทำงานให้กับเขาค่ะเพราะฉะนั้น no extra
No. Like the IUMC you can say the IUMC was founded, like this consortium was founded by the universities themselves over 30 years ago. So it's a government consortium, and we are the official team in Asia that helps with the process. We are the representatives of the consortium.
ก็คือว่า IUMC ค่ะถ้าเรียกง่ายๆเราเป็นเหมือนสมาคมค่ะแพทย์ของมหาวิทยาลัยรัฐบาลของที่ไอร์แลนด์ทั้งหมด4 ที่คือด้วยความที่เขาเป็นมหาวิทยาลัยรัฐบาลเขาจับมือร่วมกันตั้งสมาคมเพื่อให้ดูแลนักศึกษาต่างชาติ อย่าง IUMC ที่เชมัสแล้วก็พลอยเบสอยู่เนี่ยก็คือเราจะดูแลนักศึกษาที่อยู่ในSoutheast Asia ทั้งหมดซึ่งออฟฟิศของเราจะมีทั้งที่ประเทศไทยด้วยที่พร้อมพงษ์แล้วก็อีกประเทศหนึ่งที่มาเลเซียค่ะซึ่งแต่ว่านักศึกษาที่มาจาก Southeast Asia ทั้งหมดที่จะเข้าเรียนในส่วนของ medical และ dentistry ก็คือเราเป็นคนดูแลให้กับ4 มหาวิทยาลัย
You might actually also, the universities have many other programs as well. Like, so there'll be in a university with law students, business students, engineering.
แต่ทั้งนี้ทั้ง4 มหาวิทยาลัยอะค่ะจริงๆเขาก็มีโปรแกรมอื่นๆอีกเยอะมากๆนะคะก็สมมติอย่าง Trinity เนี่ยค่ะเขาก็จะยังดังในเรื่องของไม่ว่าจะเป็นทางด้านกฎหมาย engineering law engineering อันนี้เขาก็ค่อนข้างที่จะมีชื่อเสียงหรือในส่วนของ business ตรงนี้คือเขาก็ยังมีเปิดรับโดยปกติของเขาค่ะแต่ว่าค่ะ
But IUMC is medicine.
อย่าง4 มหาวิทยาลัยเนี่ยแพทยสภาของไทยรับรองนะคะ
ทั้ง4 มหาวิทยาลัยแพทย์ต้องบอกอย่างนี้ค่ะในเรื่องของแพทยสภา the councils of Thai the councils of the medical Thailand
The medical council of Thailand. Yeah.
ก็คือตรงเนี้ยค่ะทุกๆมหาวิทยาลัยต้องเรียนอย่างนี้คุณว่าไม่ใช่แค่ที่ของไอร์แลนด์ทุกๆมหาวิทยาลัยที่ต้องการที่จะให้แพทยสภารับรองอะค่ะซึ่งต้องบอกว่าเราเป็นมหาวิทยาลัยใน top ranking อยู่แล้วมันจะมีในเรื่องของการsignเอกสารsignทำสัญญาซึ่งตรงนั้นทั้ง10 มหาวิทยาลัยก็มีการทำสัญญาแล้วมันก็จะมีการรีวิวทุกๆ5 ปีตรงนี้มีก็คือแปลว่าน้องกลับมาน้องก็สามารถมาสอบแล้วก็เป็นคุณหมอที่ไทยได้แต่จริงๆแล้วคือเป็นได้ทั่วโลกไม่จำเป็นว่าต้องกลับมาที่ไทยหรือแม้กระทั่งแบบ can be the doctor in Ireland ด้วย
You'll see that, like, if you look on the Thai Medical Council list of, you'll see UCC, University College Cork, Trinity, like, so you, Trinity is at the process now because I think 5 years they expire and they need to renew it. So this will be up here soon. But basically they're all government universities, so they're all meet the same standards. So, I would reach out to the Thai Medical Council, but there's no problem with recognition of Irish degrees. They just need to go through the process. University Galway was of it, but that expired last year, so they're going through the process to get back on the list. But yeah, that's how it works.
เห็นเป็นแค่ว่าตัวใครมีโปรแกรมร่วมกับมหิดลของ UCC ครับ
Yeah.
which one with corporate with the Mahidol
หมายความว่าได้ถ้ากลับมาเมืองไทยก็ได้ใบประกอบลูกศิษย์เหมือนกันกับคนไทย
ต้องมากลับมาสอบอยู่ดีนะคะใช่ค่ะthey need so it means like they have to come back and have to do the license anyway. And I think they actually UCC support Thai students for that like lots of Irish, like we have very many internationals. So as I said, SAMSIP, CSIP%. So some students want to stay in Ireland, but some want to go to England, US, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore. So the medical schools have lots of experience with all the different pathways. So they support students. Like, so for example, if you want to come back to Thailand, they would help. Oh, this is what you need to do. They would make sure, you would talk to the Thai Medical Council, make sure what you need from Ireland, what documents, all that type of stuff. But if you went to UCC, like I think it's year 3, you could actually come and do an elective program at Siriraj and get some experience, in the Thai system. That would be for 3 months. I think it's 3 months, maybe 10 weeks, like June, July, August. And then you go, third year, and then you go back to Ireland, obviously, for September, for year 4.
ไม่ทราบว่าคะแนน A level ค่ะ3 วิชาที่ต้องการคือ biology chemistry อีกตัวหนึ่งจะไปต้องแบบในเขาหรือว่าอะไรก็ได้
จริงๆอะไรก็ได้ค่ะแต่ว่าที่จะถ้า recommend ให้ recommend ก็คืออยากได้เป็น math เพราะว่ามันจะทำให้เขาเรียกว่ามันในส่วนของ academic มันจะ strong กว่ากับ competitive คนอื่น
But you have chemistry, biology, and you have maths at GCSE. That's okay. Yeah. As people always said, basically, like if you said to me, what's the best? I would say chemistry, biology, maths, and physics. You know what I mean? But chemistry and biology, most important.
Yeah.
Chemistry and biology, most important. And then maths is GCSE, you still have a good chance of getting into 5-year. Yeah.
ดูแค่ ถ้าน้องมี A level ดูแค่ A level เหรอคะ
Yeah, so there's no, for GCSE, there's no set. You don't need like in yes, you need to show strong history, right? If you have like B and C and D, then you know what I mean. But you need to show like the kind of. There's no set requirement. You know, there's no. You must have XX for GCSE, but you need to show a strong background. Basically, I'm just saying that like. You know, we don't have a, you need X, Y, and Z for GCSE. You just need to show your strong background. You don't need GCSE. If you have A levels and if you have the Thai system and A levels, that's okay.
Yeah.
If you don't have GCSE, that's okay too.
Yeah.
Some students, because they go from Mohan or Morsi, Mohan, and they go to the UK and do A levels, or they do A levels here. And they don't have GCSE, so that's okay too. But again, you would need to show a good GPA in 6. But if you're thinking, oh, I don't want to do A levels, you just apply to the foundation. And like, you know, if you need more information on that, I think that's a very good option at Trinity.
ถ้า IB อะค่ะต้องจบ IB diploma เลยไหมหรือว่าทำ3ตัว high level ก็โอเค
ต้อง IB diploma เลยค่ะ
ก็คือ high level 3แต่3
ใช่ค่ะถูกต้องค่ะ แล้วก็ตัว high level เนี่ยก็คือต้องเป็น chemistry
Higher level
ใช่
biology.
chemistry biology ค่ะ psychology ได้ค่ะ
That's fine. Yeah. Two most important: higher level chemistry, higher level biology. Maths, standard level, higher level, okay. AA, okay. AI, okay. Analysis and approaches, analysis and or interpretations, I think it's called. So maths, higher level, standard level, okay. With IB, most important, higher level chemistry, higher level biology. Same for A levels, you know. Any other questions? I would, if you have the chance to go to Ireland before you choose Ireland, please do. Because I am extremely confident if you actually go to Ireland, we can arrange to visit, you know, a campus tour. We can arrange that, no problem. Campus tour, meet somebody from the medical school. Because I want you to feel confident in Ireland, in like everything I'm talking about. Because I know it, I'm Irish, I love Ireland, But until you go there, you can really feel it. You can speak to students. And so if you have that, I know maybe that's not practical in some terms, but if you have the opportunity, we can arrange it. All right? We'd love to give you a tour.
And I think the most important things about Ireland is about safe country.
Yeah, it's very safe. Very good environment. We don't have the political situation in some countries around the world are more serious. In Ireland, we don't have those problems.
สำหรับ IB อะค่ะที่เห็นอย่างนี้คือว่า36 point ใช่ไหม
ค่ะ
ไม่รวม CAS ใช่ไหมคะ
ยังค่ะ ถ้ารวมแล้ว
36 point คือเพียว
แต่รวมค่ะ ถ้ารวมแล้วเนี่ยต้องอยู่ที่40 and above ค่ะ
สูงเหมือนกันเนาะ
ใช่ค่ะแล้ว medical
Not 39.
39
Yeah, no, we don't. Yeah, so we don't. Yeah, we don't. Basically, the focus, like they do need full diploma, but 36 is required from the 42 subject. 42. So without counting the thing. So approximately, if you count your bonus points, could be 1, 2, or 3. That's okay. So it could be like 37, 38, 39. But as long as the student has 6 higher level chemistry, 6 higher level biology, and then kind of 6 standard across. So it's 36 points exclusive of the bonus points. So we don't count the bonus points. 36 from 42. That makes sense, right? So yeah. And the science is 6. 6 in science.
หลักๆพวก chemistry พวก biology ก็คือขอ6 above
6 or 7, yeah. Yeah, so it is 5-year medicine. That's for 5-year medicine. If a student has below, maybe 6-year medicine option. But yeah, the standards are high. Similar to the UK, most of the UK medical schools are also 36 from 42. Minimum 36, yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. I know it's Saturday, holiday. I'm sure you have some nice.
I think they have questions in live.
Oh, live, right? Some nice lunch to go to, or hot pot or something, barbecue. Raining, unfortunately. I thought it's late November, should be no rain, right?
The question is, among the international students, which country is the largest population?
Yeah, okay. So I maybe this person joined late, but it's Americans. Americans and Canadians are the largest amount. Then next would be Malaysians. Next, Singaporeans. Next would be probably kind of even then. You've got some from Hong Kong. You've got a few students from Hong Kong, Brunei, India, Australia, Vietnam, 3-4 students from all over the world. So basically, but the largest cohorts are Americans, Canadians, Singaporeans, Malaysians. Like there's big groups from those nationalities. Okay, thank you so much. All right. Khop kun ma khop. Thank you. All right, thank you. All right.